बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वालैहि वसल्लम अल्लाहुम्मा रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वालैहि वसल्लम आमीन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन. In this lecture I will discuss the solutions of P3 variant 3.2 of March 2021. And for this, I'm using the work of an outstanding, the most dedicated, and my best student, Miss Iman Anwar of class 2021, the Lyceum. Well, all these instructions are very important, especially this last one. Give non-exact numerical answers correct to three significant figures or one decimal place for angles in degrees. Unless a different level of accuracy is specified in the question, must follow all these instructions. An important advice: think before you speak. Two important tips to solve the paper in a good way. Number one, read questions carefully. Number two, avoid careless mistakes. Question number one, solve this equation. Give your answer correct to three significant figures. In order to solve this equation, we first need to express these two logs as a single log by using the quotient law. So by using the quotient law, we have expressed these two logs as a single log. Ln x cube upon 3. Since we have single logs on both sides, therefore we can equate their functions. So by equating the functions of these two logs, we have this equation. Never cancel the logs, just equate their functions. By solving this equation, we can get the value of x, which is 1.65, correct to three significant figures. Question number 2. The polynomial where a and b are constants is denoted by p of x. It is given that x plus 2 is a factor of p of x. This means p of minus 2 is 0. And that when p of x is divided by x plus 1, the remainder is 2. This means p of minus 1 is 2. So these are two conditions. So with the help of these two conditions, we can form two equations like this. Equation 1, equation 2. By solving these two equations simultaneously, we can get the values of a and b. So these two conditions are very important. Make sure you extract the given information correctly. And with the help of these two conditions, form two equations. 1 and 2, solve these two equations simultaneously and get the values of a and b. Question number 3. By first expressing the equation as a quadratic equation in tan x, solve the equation for this domain. So by using the sum of angle formula of tan, we can expand this bracket, or we can simplify this tan function in this way. And you know cot is 1 upon tan x and tan 45 is 1. Therefore we have this equation. So by taking the LCM on right hand side and after the cross multiplication, we have this equation. And this is the required quadratic equation in tan x. By using quadratic formula, we can have two values of tan x, one with plus sign and one with negative sign. When tan is positive, it must be in first quadrant only because of this domain. When tan is negative, it must be in second quadrant. So when tan is positive, the answer is 31.7. And when tan is negative, the answer is 121.7. Make sure you give your answer up to one decimal place. Question number 4. This is the differential equation and we need to solve this equation and we need to express y in terms of x. So number 1, we have to do the separable. So after the separable, we have this equation. In separable, we need to bring y on left hand side and 1 minus cos x and dx on right hand side. So by bringing dx and 1 minus cos x on right hand side and y on left hand side, we have this equation. This is the equation we have got after the separable. Now by taking sign of integral on both sides, we have this equation. See, when you will integrate 1 upon y, you will get ln y. The differential of this denominator of this function is sine x, which is here. So this is the application of basic formula number 2. So you just need to use ln. So ln 1 minus cos x plus c. Since y is 4 and x is pi, by using these two values of x and y into this equation, we can get the value of c, which is ln 2. After getting the value of c, substitute c into this equation. Finally, we have this equation. By using product law, we can express these two logs as a single log here. And this is the final equation of y in terms of x. This is what we had to find. The last part of this question, we need to sketch this function 2 1 minus cos x. Let me check the equation. 2 1 minus cos x. When you will simplify this equation, you will get this thing, minus 2 cos x plus 2. So c minus a is 4, whereas c plus a is 0. So this is the required sketch. We have done sketches of these type of equations in P1. This is c plus a, this is c minus a, and this is c. This is the required sketch of this equation. Question number 5. Express under root 7x plus 2 cos x in the form, this form, r sine x plus a, alpha. Since we have sine function here, therefore the coefficient of sine in this equation will be a. So a is under root 7 and b is 2. You know the formula of r, it's a square plus b square. This is the exact value of r. And the formula of alpha is tan inverse b upon a. B is 2 and a is under root 7. We have to give the value of alpha up to 2 decimal places. So alpha is 37.09. Make sure you must substitute r here and alpha here. This is the required equation, required form of this equation. Hence solve this equation for this domain. This is very important. See, we have 2 theta here and here we have x. So we need to replace x by 2 theta. So by replacing x by 2 theta here, we have this equation. So we need to solve this equation and we need to change the domain. We need to convert this domain as this angle. So first we need to multiply 2 with this domain and then we need to add 37.09. So this is the new domain and we need to work according to this domain. See, sine is positive, so it must be in first and second quadrant. This is the value of basic angle. You should write basic angle. Basic angle is 17.55. When you will take the inverse of this number, sine inverse of this, you will get this thing. Now when sine is in first quadrant, the answer is 17.55. Sine is here as well. And this is the next answer, the third answer. 360 plus 17.55. This should be 377.55. When sine is in second quadrant, the answer is 162.45. So this is when you work in at second time. This is the answer in second quadrant when you work at the first time, and this is the answer, this one. So we have 3 answers. Since this answer is out of the domain, so we need to reject this answer. Now we need to solve these two answers for theta. So by bringing 37.09 here first and then dividing the resultant by 2, we have got these answers. 62.7, 170.2. Make sure you give your answer up to 1 decimal, please. Question number 6. This is f of x where a is a positive constant. Express f of x in partial fractions. Since both the factors are linear, so we need to write constants in their numerators. And since we have two factors only, so we need to split this fraction into two fractions. See, we have two values of x. From this bracket, we have x is a upon 2, and from this bracket, we have x 3a. So, by using these two values one by one, we can get the values of a and b. So, b is 1 and a is 2. This is the required partial fraction. Make sure you must substitute the values of a and b into this equation. Hence, show that. So, we first need to we need to use this form of f of x, the partial fraction form. This is the partial fraction form of f of x. Now we just need to integrate these two fractions. So if you check the differential of this is 2, which is here. So you just need to write ln 2x minus a upon 2. When you will simplify, you'll get this thing. The differential of this is 2. So ln 2x minus a upon 2. And the differential of this is minus 1. So ln 3a minus x upon minus 1. This 2 and this 2 will be cancelled out. You just need to apply these two limits carefully. So by applying these two limits onto this equation, we have this equation. By simplifying this equation, we have this answer, ln 6. You must be good at ln functions, like laws of ln. Here we use the product and quotient laws of ln. Next question, 7. Two lines have equation. Show that the lines are skewed. See, when lines are skewed, then all three equations must not be satisfied. So this is the first equation. When you will equate these two r's, you will get three equations. 1 plus 2s is equal to 2 plus t. This is the equation number 1. The second equation is 3 minus s is equal to 1 minus t. And this is the third equation. 2 plus 3s, 4 plus 4t. All three equations must be satisfied for the values of t and s. So by solving first two equations, we can get the values of s and t. S is minus 1 and t is minus 3. Now with these two values, if this equation will not be satisfied, then lines are skewed. And this equation is not verified. Since this equation has not verified, therefore the lines are skewed. So whenever they say lines are skewed, you just need to form three equations and solve any two equations. We solved first two equations and got these values of s and t. You need to substitute these values of s and t into that equation which you did not consider while solving. We did not consider this equation while solving. So by substituting the values of s and t into this equation, we got this answer. This equation is not verified. Therefore, lines are skewed. Find the acute angle between the directions of the two lines. These are the direction vectors. So, The magnitude of first direction is under root 14, whereas the magnitude of the second direction is under root 18. This is the formula of scalar product. Magnitude of first direction times magnitude of second direction cos theta and the dot product of these two vectors. So the dot product is this. Directions, the magnitude of their directions are here, and the angle is 19.1. Make sure you must give your answer up to 1 decimal place. We use the formula of scalar product over here. Question number 8. The complex numbers u and v are defined by this and this. Find u upon v. This is so simple, we just need to rationalize this function. We always rationalize from denominator. So that's the answer, minus 1 plus I. And the argument of u upon v, this is u upon v. Since this is in second quadrant here, so its argument must be 3 pi by 4, because this line is y is equal to minus 6. This is the argument of u upon v. We will use this thing in the last part or in part B as well. Hence express u upon v in this form. This is so simple. We first need to find modulus of this, and then we need to find the argument of this. Modulus of this is under root 2, which is r, and the argument is 3 pi by 4. It's here. So this is the required form, r e I theta. You just need to substitute r here and theta here to get this thing. In an Argand diagram with origin O, the points A, B, C represent the complex numbers. A is U, B is V, and C is this. State fully the geometrical relationship between OA and BC. First, you need to find BC through vector method. BC is OC minus OB, and OC is 2U plus V. It's here. OB is V. This is here. This is 2U. The answer is 2U. And C, A is U. So we can replace this U by OA. See, BC is twice of OA. This means BC and OA are parallel, and BC is twice of OA. These are two facts. Geometrical relationship means parallel, and BC has twice the magnitude of OA. This is here. Prove that AOB is 3 pi by 4. This is simple. You know, AOB, you can write this as argument A minus argument B. A is U and B is V. So argument U minus argument V. By using the property of argument, we can get this thing, argument U upon V. And we already have argument U upon V. Argument U upon V is 3 pi by 4. So you just need to write 3 pi by 4 here. Question number 9. This is f of x for this domain. The equation x is equal to f of x has one root denoted by a or alpha. Verify by calculation that a lies between 1 and 1.5. This is so simple. You first need to equate this function to 0 like this. Bring f of x or x here or f of x here. This student brought x on this side. So she got this thing, minus x plus f of x is equal to 0. Now this is a new function. You can suppose this as p of x. So you just need to check the signs of p of x at these two values of x. So P of 1 is positive and P of 1.5 is negative. Since the P of x, since the function P of x or this uh, function changes its sign from positive to negative, hence root of P of x lies between these two values. Since the sign of the function changes from positive to negative, therefore the root lies between these two values of x. Use an iterative formula based on the equation in part A to determine A correct to two decimal places and give the result of each iteration up to 4 decimal places. This is simple. You just need to use uh, this as iterative formula. So when you will put 1 here in this formula, A1 is 1. So to get A2, you need to put 1 here, here and here. You'll get this answer. Similarly, you need to repeat, you need to find A3, then A4 and A5. You have to repeat the process until you get a repeated answer. You are getting the repeated answer here. This is the repeated answer, so you need to stop this iteration process here and you need to give your answer up to 2 decimal places. It should be 1.20. We use this as the iterative formula. And make sure your calculator must be in radian mode. Find f prime x and hence find exact value of x for which f prime x is minus 8. F prime x is very simple. We need to differentiate this function with the help of this rule, u upon v rule. The rule is v u prime minus u v prime over v square. So this is v, this is u prime, this is u, this is v prime, and this is v square. The quotient rule. So v is here and the differential of u is 2e2x. Then u is here and this is the differential of v and this is v square. Now we need to solve this equation for minus 8. F prime x equals to minus 8. So when we will equate this to minus 8, we'll get this equation. By using the quadratic formula, we have the values. Two values. e2x is 2, e2x is half. This value is rejected because x is greater than 0 and the final answer is x half ln 2. We have to give the exact value. This is the exact value of x. You must be good at algebra. Next question, number 10. The diagram shows the curve y is equal to sine 2x times cos square x for this domain and its maximum point M. Using the substitution u is equal to sine x, find the exact area of the region. This is simple. The area formula is here, a b y dx. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is pi by 2 and this is y. And we have the substitution. So first get du. This is du. And now change the limits. So when x is pi by 2, with the help of this equation we can get the value of with the help of this equation we can get the value of u. U is 1. When x is 0, then u is also 0. Now this is the area formula. Lower limit, upper limit, y dx. See, cos square x can be written as 1 minus sine square x and sine 2x can be simplified in this way, 2 sine x cos x. Now this is the simplified formula of area of the area. Now sine x is u, copy cos x, sine cube is u cube, copy cos x, and dx is du upon cos x from this equation. And limits are 0 and 1 now. You can take cos x common and then you can cancel that cos x with this cos x. Now you just need to integrate this carefully. 2u square upon 2, this means u square upon, just u square. And this will be u power 4 upon 2. That's the final answer. So this solved part of this is here. The answer is half. Last part of this question, find the exact x coordinate of m. This is simple, you just need to differentiate this equation carefully and then equate gradient to 0 for m, because m is the maximum point. So this is the differential form. We use uv rule, uv prime vu prime. So by using the product rule, we have this differential form of that equation, and then we need to equate this equation to 0 because we are working for the maximum x coordinate of maximum point. You just need to solve this equation carefully. You need to replace sine square x by 1 minus cos square x. You'll get this equation. Finally, you'll get this equation. So either cos square x equals to 0 or cos square x is 3 upon 4. This will be invalid, and because the answer is pi by 2, and u and m, the x coordinate of m cannot be pi by 2. So this is invalid. So the final answer is pi by 6. With the help of this equation, we have got this answer. An important advice for me and for everyone, we should be sincere to others. Good luck. And I am extremely thankful to Miss Iman Anwar, who helped me to make this lecture. Indeed, she is an outstanding and my best student. May Allah Pak bless her always. Ameen. May Allah Pak give her the best grades. Ameen. Allah Hafiz.